Welcome back to Samuel Leeds Success Stories. In this video, we sit down with Kimmy Kingston, a rising star in property investment who made her first deal by purchasing a plot of land at auction for just £77,000.
I found this plot of land, but of course it was on auction. So I put my bid in at 77,777 and I won it. The planned build will be 120,000.
And what's your GDV on that?
320,000.
In this interview, we're going to be discussing auctions, deal sourcing, and the secrets that wealthy investors are using to maximize their profits in property.
A person today saves £16,000 in stamp duty. That advice isn't there just in black and white.
All these rich people are keeping these secrets from us, except for Samuel.
Anybody, young, old, male, female, needs to go on the 99p crash course.
You're going to love this interview with Kimmy and Patricia, so be sure to subscribe for more future Samuel Leeds success stories.
I'm your host, Patricia, and today we are sitting with Kimmy Kingston. How's it going?
It's going really good. Thanks for having me and
for
inviting me.
Aw, thanks for coming. It's so nice to see you. So I remember when I first saw you, you were up on stage at the Wolf of Wall Street event with Jordan Belfort. Can you tell us a little bit about what that was like? Why were you there? What was going on?
So, of course, Wolf of Wall Street being my favourite movie, and I get this email saying the Wolf of Wall Street's in London. And I'm like, it must be like a publicity stunt, like it can't be real. So anyway, I dig deeper and you can buy a ticket. So there I am, bought the ticket, and obviously it's Wolf of Wall Street and property. It's like the two main interests of mine right now. So there I go, text a bunch of people and find a girl to go. So we meet down in London and yeah, Jordan Belfort's really there. That morning I got my ticket upgraded, so I ended up having a meet and greet photo with Samuel and Jordan.
Great.
And then yeah, the reason for me being on stage after Jordan had told, well, some really, really good selling techniques, like if anyone can sell, it really is him. And then Samuel was really bringing in the element of property. So we got given a task to find a deal, and I ended up going up on stage and sharing the deal. The deal got bought. I actually got £300 on stage, which was like the biggest bonus ever. So yeah, I was up on stage, shared the deal, and then ultimately was there for...
What was the deal that you found that was so impressive?
Yeah, so it was a BRR in Birmingham. I think Samuel really liked it because obviously that was his patch back in the day. So the numbers was great. And after when I actually come down on stage, obviously the 300 was like to secure it. And the event was on a Saturday. It was late afternoon, so the estate agent was closed, which if anyone's seen me on stage, like I did try and ring the estate agent, but there was no answer. Anyway, I rang on Monday morning and the deal had sold on the Friday. So it were a sold deal, but the numbers was just stacking amazing. So whoever actually got that house in Birmingham, yeah, very lucky.
That's great. So you actually do have some experience in property, because I remember Samuel just kept asking you questions while you were up on stage, and we all couldn't believe that it wasn't really dumb luck that you found that deal, because you have an eye for deals. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've already had cooking?
Yeah, so again, thanks to Samuel, I invested in the Deal Finding Extravaganza. So it was a 4-day course down here in London. And I just learned a lot about how to get the eye for finding the deals, kind of punching the numbers, so what to look for. So yeah, ultimately, straight after that, I was, wanting to deal source, but I found this plot of land, which it was in Skegness, and I just fell in love with it. You couldn't actually look inside. So there was like a derelict farmhouse.
Oh, love those.
So yeah, I know. Just like, so I'm like so on the old things rather than the new.
Yeah.
So there's a farmhouse and it's sat on this gorgeous plot of land with no neighbours. It's got kind of a river next to it. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm punching the numbers, but of course it was on auction. So limited knowledge to auction, but with my dad, he's been a builder in the past and friends have bought from auction. So I was quite lucky to have a call with one of my dad's friends and like run through. And he basically said, don't build your hopes up. because you just don't know what's going to happen on the auction. So it was online, so I was in like the comfort of my own home, and I'd put the like maximum kind of bid that I could put in. The maximum bid was 77,000. So I pushed it a little bit. So I put my bid in at 77,777. I was like, it's angel numbers. So, and I'm sat there and there's like 3 hours left and I literally can't breathe now. Like I'm literally shaking and I'm like, I can't be like this for 3 hours. So I took my dog on a walk. Anyway, come back, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I won it.
Wow. So you bought land for 77,777 pounds.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
What was it actually valued at?
So the value I had spoken to, they were saying that it should be way over 105,000.
Wow.
Especially because it came with planning. So a lot on Rightmove, when you're looking for that sort of guide price, it's subject to planning rather than actually full detailed planning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I bought it with the planning already there. I've been to 3 different builders now, and we've got an average that the planned build will be 120,000.
And what are you building?
And we're building a 3-bed detached cottage.
Mm.
So it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, the strategy I'm going to go on this one is it's going to be refinanced and then turned into serviced accommodation. So Airbnb and booking.com.
And what's your GDV on that after everything's done?
GDV's at 320,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a really good deal.
So you're going to make money.
Yes.
You're going to get all your money back and you're going to make money. So, and when's that going to all come to fruition for you then?
So this is actually starting on Monday.
The build?
Yes.
Amazing.
So kind of been speaking to a lot of mentors this week actually on the academy and utilising it as much as possible to get like baby steps and then major steps. So ultimately like going through from really getting the design that I want and will be good for the like accommodation and going off kind of the plans that are already there. Now we need to go that one step further and get like gas, electric, all kind of the nitty gritty stuff. So I'm definitely learning on the job.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, like I say, so it's starting on Monday. And we've got a team down. So the little derelict farmhouse that's on there, I found a guy, he's actually going to come and take that down, £800, and he's keeping all the materials on that.
Amazing.
So I'm going to meet him down there. And there's a piano in the house.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to take that. I've spoken to a guy in Lincoln. So he's going to come over next week and see. Some of the keys are working and some aren't. So he's going to come down and see if he can salvage it. And then hopefully I can like repaint it. And this can be like a cute antique piano in the Airbnb.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I thought you were going to like donate it to him and he was going to refurb and keep it, but you're going to get him to sort of refurbish it so you can repurpose it. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's
so
wonderful.
I said that I was going to, so there's a lot of books as well. So my yoga instructor, it was only last week, I was telling her after the session, there was all like these books. Like, I've got the like photos, like if you'll have to follow me on Instagram and you'll like see, it's like super cool. But like the libraries in like Lincoln take them and they like might be books that are like well, hundreds of years old. And
really?
there's like the like full collection of certain books. So I definitely want to donate them. But it was my friend that says like people like playing piano, like it would be good to have an instrument in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
So yeah, dependent. We'll see if there's room.
Great. All right. So so you've got that going, and then what are your plans after this is all completed?
Yeah, so I think going back to my original plan, why like I ever came on a crash course like ever, was I was interested in the BRR, so the buy, refurb, refinance. I think I've always loved like on TikTok, Pinterest, looking at like something that's really run down and then like watching the progress and like then doing it up so it's like gorgeous. Like
I know, me too. I love it. The before and after pictures.
Love it.
I know.
All for it. So I think, yeah, ultimately I want to go back to like what I'd already set out back in August, and then I've like, gone off piece. But so yeah, ultimately I want my own BRR. And I think another reason for joining the academy was to network and to to grow big, but with people around me. So I think I'd look into like selling deals, finding investors, maybe like bespoke almost. So, and then, yeah, sky's the limit. So maybe like a joint venture, tag teaming, get a big project. Yeah.
And I saw you do a lot of traveling. So you joined the Academy, and I was so excited because I ran into you the day after the Wolf of Wall Street coming out of the hotel.
Yes.
And I saw you and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the young lady who's up on stage. And you were with one of the Academy members, Craig. And so we quickly, said, oh, hi, oh my gosh, so exciting. And then we quickly did a selfie and we followed each other on Instagram. And then off we were in these beautiful exotic places all over the world. And so what were you doing? Are you in property internationally? Or are you just traveling for fun?
So, yeah, a little bit of everything really.
Yeah.
So definitely for fun. I don't know what I've got wrong with me, but it's like as soon as I've been in like the UK for a month, I like get itchy feet and I'm just like, I'm very lucky that I've got people around me. So friends that go away and have had operations overseas. So I've kind of gone with them for support. I had a friend actually back in January that trekked me to, she booked for all the girls for our Christmas, a big villa in Thailand. So
nice.
went to Phuket, we did a festival over there. And then also that friend was looking, she wants to purchase in Dubai. So I went to Dubai. I've got another friend that's just done an off plan. So they're actually doing overseas investments. So I've been fortunate to have good people around me to jump on the flight and be part of that. But yeah, ultimately I'm not investing right now overseas. But again, that's definitely a long-term goal of mine.
Mm-hmm. Do you know Narelle from Wales?
I do.
Yeah, everybody knows Narelle. She's doing stuff in Dubai.
Yeah,
and
she
there's a
looks
lot of people
incredible right now.
Oh, she's
Wow.
gorgeous inside and out. We love Narelle.
She is.
Okay, amazing. So which courses is your second 4-day live course or?
Yes, second.
Yeah.
So starting obviously at Deal Selling Extravaganza and then this, and then I'm here again next month.
Oh, great.
Really excited. My
HMO
birthday
and
month.
service. Me too. April what?
19th.
21st. No way. Do you know what I'm doing on the 19th?
Tell me.
Samuel's mom, Sue, is having a little party for me at her house.
No
Yeah.
way.
We love Sue.
We love Sue. We do.
That's so great. Look at that.
I love that.
I know. And Samuel's in April as well.
Oh, yeah. There's something about Aries.
There's something.
There is.
Anyways, okay. So, well, that's great. So you're going to have a birthday party? Is that what you said? Are we all invited?
Yeah, so I'm going to be down here for the training. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if I'm down here in April for the training, I'm at the airport. I'm like asking all the friends. I maybe have to get Narelle, like text Narelle now. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to be in Dubai in April? Like, can I
know.
come along?
She'd probably say yes.
She would.
Oh, that's great. And this is what I love about the Academy, right? The amount of people that you can meet and you're kind of along the same journeys and you have the same types of work ethic and goals. You speak the same language. It's really cool, isn't it?
It's like super cool.
Yeah.
And I think that itself is priceless. Like the education is like a whole nother like level, but like the network, the people, I've probably known, well, I have actually a girl for 2 days now. And you just know she's a friend for life. Like I've known her 2 days and I'm closer to her than I am like some of my cousins and it's just crazy.
Wow. Is she in the Academy as well?
She is, yeah.
Oh, what's her name?
Imogen.
Oh, I know Imogen. Yeah. Oh,
so
that's nice.
I met Imogen Tuesday morning getting a coffee.
Yeah.
And again, you just get into conversations
Yeah.
and things that don't happen in like the ordinary world.
Yeah.
And it's just so good being part of a community.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, the circle is really special. I'm forever grateful.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so if you had a little bit of advice for somebody who maybe wants to start in property or buy something at auction, what kind of advice could you give somebody new in that world?
Yeah, new to property. I think with everything, it's like do your due diligence and also like have a set plan and a goal. And then you kind of like working backwards. But anybody, and I mean like anybody, young, old, male, female, anybody that's looking to get into property needs to go on the 99p crash course. Because just from that day, it opens your eyes as to like what avenues are out there, what's there, and also gives you a focus point of what next. So you might not need like the full academy because you just want to deal sell for say a year. So you can cherry pick kind of the course that you want to do as opposed to your goal set. So similar to me, I didn't like join the academy straight away. I did the deal selling extravaganza, and then I set myself the goal, and it weren't for 4 months that I could get the money together and then join the academy. And yeah. So yeah, anybody starting out, it's like so daunting, and there's so much information, especially on social media. Some of it's really misleading and some of it's hard to understand. So if you come down to like the crash course, you're in person and you can like, I could process it a lot better. So that's for that. And for auction properties, Samuel's been doing some training on that today as well. And he can't emphasize enough, like it is a scary platform. It's like, it's like eBay. Like I remember my first time on eBay and I was like, you get so giddy. I seen like an Xbox. It was on for like £45. And then all of a sudden I won it for 119. I didn't want the Xbox. Like my dad's card was on the eBay. Like I was so young. And next thing you know, like I've got to buy this Xbox. And I'm like, and it's the same with auction. Like you are in a legally binding contract. So for someone that's done no training, whether it's with Samuel or not, like you can't just, like it's not a game. You can't just keep like bidding. Like you've got to have your numbers solid. And in my honest opinion, like doing some kind of training to make sure that your numbers add up and that it is a good deal and that you're not just going to be lumbered with this house and you don't know and then it has to go to like re-auction. And there's a lot of cons from just winning a property at auction and not knowing a lot about it. So yeah, advice for that is training comes first, definitely. It's knowledge and then I'd say action.
Great. And you're absolutely right. Training is so integral, right? I did the auction online training and I thought, I know what auctions are. You bid, you have to do your numbers, you have a set amount of time, it's pretty strict, there's no turning back, all of this stuff. But when I did the online training, still Samuel just keeps teaching us other unknown routes you never would have known, like underwriting. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
What? Where did this come from? Underwriting.
I'm like,
I mean, that's insane, right?
yeah.
And that's just another strategy within the auction, environment. Yeah. And another opportunity to make money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is.
All these rich people are keeping these secrets from us, except for Samuel.
Tricks of the trade. And he actually said that today. And that's another thing within his training. Like and people said it to me before, like when I was on the line of like joining, people were saying, well, it's all on YouTube. It's all out there. We've got AI. You've got ChatGPT. And it's like some of the information that Samuel's taught just today is definitely not on ChatGPT. And it's definitely not on his YouTube channel. Like you have to think like his YouTube channel's going out to a mass people, audience. So things are like cherry picked and there's not everything because the videos are so short. So yeah, like today's been like vital, like the little tricks of the trade. I'm just like, yeah.
How great was it to see Amanda on stage yesterday?
She's looking fabulous, amazing.
Yeah.
And I like the way like everything was like broke down and easy to understand as well, especially like reverting. I actually went and spoke to Amanda personally at the back.
Oh, that's nice.
Because a lot of the numbers were on like BRRs. And I was saying, so some of the things was like saying get 3 quotes. And then when it comes to like my new build project, it was just amazing what she had to say. So we sat down for 10 minutes yesterday.
Aww.
And she gave me some really good advice as well for the River Ranch.
The River Ranch. I love that. Where'd you come up with that name?
So the property's next to, well, it's called River Lim. It's River Lim and that's the name of it, River Lim Cottage. So I was like, River Lim. And then I was thinking maybe I'll change it to River Kim. And my friend was like, are you joking? Like, absolutely not. I was like, it's going to be Kim Bank, Lim Bank. And she was like, it's not. So then I'm like playing with ideas and I'm like, okay, so we're not having my name in it. She's like, no. She's like, I like the river. And she's like, River Cottage, River House. And then I'm like, River Ranch. She's like, we're not in America. I'm like, yeah, but there's something there now. Like, so if people are like when I think ranch, I think like in the middle of nowhere, like Texas, like relaxed, like tranquil. And that's exactly what it is. It's just like, there's no one there. Like you can go, well, obviously there's going to be something there and it's going to get busy. But yeah, ultimately it's just a ranch and it's next to the river.
I do love it. And I think people are going to remember it,
Yeah.
right? Because it is different. Everything here is called cottage, house, farmhouse, right?
Yeah.
On the same sounding roads like Main Street, and all the pubs are called the same. The Ship Inn, the Queen's Head, the King's Head, like
so
all these
true.
heads, right? Well, that's great. Okay. So if you were to give yourself a little bit of advice right before kind of joining the academy, investing in yourself for education, what kind of advice would you give yourself, knowing kind of what you know now?
Yeah, I think the main bit of advice would be don't listen to everybody around you. Like for me, and I've been like it since school, always that girl that needs reassurance, needs this, asking a lot of questions. Probably, yeah, you could call it insecurities in a way. And for anybody in like anything, sometimes you can get like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that? And again, it's finding that goal and going with it. And like you mentioned, it's investing in yourself. Like everybody will like not think twice about joining the gym, getting a gym membership, doing personal training because they want a peach. They want that good bum. And they look on Instagram, and I can be a sucker for that too. And I'm like, right, I want it and I want it now. And it's like Samuel will say, and every mentor and coach. And it's so true, like investing in yourself and getting the knowledge so you do it right. There's so many stories that Samuel, and it's all over YouTube, it's proven that little tricks, like going back to tricks of the trade, because it's shared, like a person today saved like £16,000 in stamp duty because he like listened to advice, and that advice isn't there just in black and white when you're doing a house purchase. So yeah, I think education's number one, especially in a game like property. You're not baking cakes. We're not following a recipe. Like the grounds are so big, and it's like it can be scary, but at the same time, it's so like exciting, and there's money to be made. Like in previous experiences and previous jobs, like when I've worked at like a showroom host at Land Rover, and I've worked in the casino in Leeds, and you're around people with big money. And what I've noticed is like a lot of top investors invest in property. So you're around like good people, like high net worth, wealthy people, and it's a good crowd. But all of these people started with education. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad I started there too.
Great. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us, Kimmy. You're just like, honestly, it's always so fun to catch up with you. And I love just watching all of your Instagram stuff. So if somebody wanted to reach out, what is your Instagram?
So my Instagram @KimmyK_XX, and that's my personal one. And we're going to make kind of a private one for like going forward in property, and everyone's just like, be your own brand. So I'm kind of letting that run, but I have done a separate one if people want to like follow the house build. So that's @River Ranch UK.
Nice.
And it's got a little logo that I've just like made myself, so don't judge.
What does Samuel say? He's like, your face is your logo.
Yeah.
So I would actually just put your face. Yeah. And then you're going to have all of your content, right? Where people can see what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's going to be really exciting. How long is that going to take? How long is that project?
So we've estimated 9 months.
Great.
So it's going to be done by the end of this year.
End of the year, just in time to open up for Christmas and New Year's. Get your juicy holiday bookings. What can people do in that area? Skegness? Is that what it's called?
So it's Skegness, yeah.
Okay.
So it's right near the coastal line.
Oh,
so River Ranch is actually like a 12-minute drive to the beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know we don't get the weather and the climate, but we do the odd day, so we might get lucky. And then, there's lots of things around it. So it's next to Burgley Marsh, which is a really nice town. Lots of pubs, a lot of walks. So I'm actually going to start when the build started. I'm going to take some days off, go down, and I'm going to like film and TikTok to help the guests like with things to do out there.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm working on that as well.
What do you mean go down? Where do you live?
So I'm Doncaster.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Donny. Yeah.
I'm the Lakes. So we're not too far from each other.
No. My patch weren't originally ever going to be that. It was going to be like Doncaster, Lincoln. So I went out probably an extra half an hour from my said patch, but the drive's amazing. There's no motorways. It's countryside. So yeah, I enjoy driving out there.
That sounds very peaceful.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Kimmy, honestly. And we'll catch up at the dinner. We'll have a glass of wine and relax.
Yes.
So if you are interested in buying properties at auction, buying land for £77,777, and if you want to meet Kimmy, just come down to a crash course. Samuel himself, he's at the crash courses. He does all of the 4-day live training with Russell Leeds. Like, it is quality education training, and it's entertaining. How funny is Samuel up on stage?
Hilarious.
Yeah. I know.
My
Tonight's going to be
cheeks
fun.
are hurting.
I know. And the amount of people you get to meet, right?
Oh,
yeah.
ultimate.
It's going to be so fun. So continue meeting with those mentors. They really are awesome, aren't they?
They are. And unlimited access. Like, you hear like some other programs in the UK, like it's not unlimited. You get like, say, one per month.
I heard.
I'm like having one per day.
You should.
Literally.
I did too. Yeah, you have to. I was getting my money's worth for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I still book mentor calls. I still reach out to Tatiana, Simon, Ginny,
best.
Jer, Sue, everybody, right? They still all help me.
All.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for me, I used to hate Mondays. Like, I dreaded Mondays. And since being on the academy, like the Monday night mastermind, Monday is my favourite day now.
Aw.
Like 8 p.m, I can't wait. I'm sat there, either a glass of wine, glass of like orange juice or a cup of tea, loads of snacks. And yeah, it's just so fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. All that information. Were you there when he did that exercise with Abigail and Sandra about the JV?
Questions.
The questions. They're so good. And that just helped all of us.
Everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was vital.
That was.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they're on replays as well, right? Because then we can
Oh,
always go back to them. Okay. Anyways, I can sit and talk to you forever, right,
Ever.
Kimmy? All right. So get yourself down to a crash course, start your education, invest in yourself. We'll both look forward to meeting you guys here at the live training events. Thanks.